Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in this thematic webinar about how to follow the latest trends and opportunities around green hydrogen in Europe using Kaila. I know how valuable your time is, and I truly appreciate your interest in learning how Kaila can give you a strategic advantage when navigating such a dynamic and rapidly evolving field like green hydrogen. Before we dive into the demo, let me share with you a bit of context of the platform, Kaila. Imagine you are trying to stay up to date on everything happening around green hydrogen in Europe, from funding opportunities and ongoing projects to key players and policy drivers. But the information is spread across portal reports, spreadsheets, and it's of course time consuming and often incomplete. That's the challenge we are trying to addressing with Kaila, turning complexity into clarity. My name is Anastasia Albistur, and as the manager of Kaila at Zavala Innovation, I've seen firsthand how this platform helps organizations make better, faster, and more informed decisions when it comes to innovation funding and strategic positioning. What I want to share with you today is not just a tool, but it's a new way of understanding and anticipating trends or innovation trends in the green hydrogen ecosystem. So here is the heart of Kaila. Kaila integrates different European open data sources, delivering actionable insights on uh, funding projects, innovation across Europe. And when it comes to green hydrogen, Kaila allows you to explore upcoming and past funding calls specifically related to hydrogen technologies, identify how projects are aligned with EU strategies like the hydrogen strategy or Green Deal, discover leading innovators, research centers and consortia working in the field, okay, gain a strategic overview of collaboration networks, funding volumes and emerging trends, and explore concrete results of relevant projects, including technical outcomes or more general outcomes such as management, exploitation plans, etc. We bring together 76 European funding programs, including Horizon Europe, CEF, LIFE, and others, giving you a big picture and also the strategic detail related to the field. Okay, all the data we are integrating into the platform are related to funding opportunities, projects funded by those funding opportunities, innovators implementing those projects, and also project results. Okay, so beyond providing access to platforms, to this platform, okay, in fact, this platform has been developed by Zavala Innovation. Zavala Innovation also helps organizations go one step further in the energy transition. Our team works hand in hand with companies, research centers, public entities to design, fund, and scale up innovative projects in the field of green hydrogen, okay, whether through European funding programs, partnerships, or cascade funding mechanisms. So if you are exploring strategic opportunities or considering launching a project in this area, we can support you across the entire innovation lifecycle, okay, from proposal writing to consortia building to project coordination, exploitation, and communication. So let us know if you would like to hear more. Okay, we will be happy to help you. Now let's move from imagining to doing. Okay, let's explore together how Kaila can support your participation in green hydrogen related initiatives, okay, and help you make faster evidence-based strategic decisions. Before we jump into the demo, okay, I've just dropped a link. Let me share with you, sorry, a link. I'm sorry, just a few seconds. I'm going to share with you a link. Oh my God, with you in the chat. Okay, here we have. Okay, so you can start using the platform for a whole month for free. Okay, of course, during the time you can make your own use cases if you need it. So once having said that, if you haven't done it, you can register into the platform just with your email and your password, and then you will land in the area page. Okay. Here is the searching box, okay, where you can type your areas of interest, technologies, sectors, etc. For example, let's try it with green hydrogen. Yeah. Here on the right, there are some tips in order you can refine your search. Okay, you can write a keyword with quotes, without quotes. If you write it with quotes, both terms will appear together in the results. Okay, you can also add other terms in order to get a more aggregated uh, results. For example, renewable hydrogen or clean hydrogen. Yeah, you can combine different terms up to 300 characters in order to get more aggregated results. Yeah, just for you some tips, because the first steps, the first step is to define the search. Just for this use case, we will use okay, without quotes. Let's see. And you will land in the area page. Here you can have a quick look at the sector, how much budget the European Commission has allocated in topics related to green hydrogen, its evolution over time. For example, we can see this comparison between the last period and the one before, yeah, with this increase in the budget to topics related to this. Which are the programs and subprograms distributing these funds? How many topics are open, uh, forthcoming in orange? Okay, I mean those topics that have been published but are not still opened. Okay, and those topics closed in gray. Okay, you can also see how many projects have been funded per year in topics related to green hydrogen, or which are the countries distributing these funds. Sorry, which are the most active countries participating in projects related to green hydrogen. Okay, we can see in the top 3, Germany, France, Italy, for example. If we change the topic, for example, clean hydrogen, with quotes, just for you to see the difference. Okay, this is the difference. If we use quotes or without quotes, we extend the results. We can see the countries, most active countries. And here on the right, there are a set of interesting heat maps. For example, we can see the geographical distribution of the funds in topics related to clean hydrogen. Okay, if we aggregate other terms, the heat maps also change. Yeah? Here is the geographical distribution with these hotspots here clearly observed in these areas. Also, which areas are most active in participating in those topics. And for me, this is really interesting because this is an interactive map with all the coordinators across Europe leading projects related to this search, this query. Okay, for example, we can see that Safran has coordinated one project related to clean and green hydrogen. Yeah, and also the equivalent map with the rest of participants. Okay, those organizations that have not coordinated but have participated in those projects. And at the bottom, just a brief analysis of those public project results that have been generated by those projects. Okay, so just to have a quick look. And from here, it depends on what are you looking for. Are you looking for funding opportunities? Okay, let's follow this link here, funding opportunities, and we will land in the funding opportunities section. Yeah. So here we have uh, more than 300 funding opportunities. Okay, we need to reduce the results, whether using quotes or adding other terms. Okay, for example, clean hydrogen and vehicle. Okay, if we add other term, not with or but with and, the list will reduce. And this is the power of the platform. Okay, we have the power of reducing the list by other conditions to the search. Yeah. Let's remove. You can also just make use of the filters on the left to refine your search. Let's focus, for example, on open and forthcoming opportunities, okay, 15, and focused on horizon, for example. So we had finally a list we can work with easily. 7 funding opportunities. At any moment of the platform, you can download in Excel the results, okay, whether in this funding opportunity section, but also in the projects, project results, innovators, etc. And here in this specific section, you can download a report. All the files are editable in order you can work with them, adapt to your visual identity, etc. Okay? So this is really useful. And this report contains an index with all the opportunities open and forthcoming, and also a description of each of them. Okay, status, opening, closing dates. Okay, so you can rapidly find for open opportunities and forthcoming, download the report and share with your colleagues, with your team. So this is really useful. And also a calendar. Okay, the calendar, which is just an Excel with a calendar of the sorry. Let me close this. Yeah, here we have it. Okay, just the calendar with the opportunities opening and closing. Okay, very useful, especially if you have a lot of opportunities to share. So you can follow each of them, analyze the closing, opening, closing, budget for the topic, the description, potential other related opportunities. Okay, here on the right you will find it always at any moment of the platform complementary info. Okay, so if you are reviewing a topic, you will be offered other topics, potential partners, other projects that have been funded by this or similar topics. Yeah, so this is useful. Here on the left, filters, on the right, complementary content. I always I recommend to explore if you are interested in this specific topic. Okay, for example, this one from cluster 5. I recommend you to explore closed topics to analyze what have been funded previously by similar topics, other partners coordinated or participated in similar topics. Imagine you need to do a commercial activity action to find for coordinators or for potential partners. So Horizon Cluster 5 related to, for example, hydrogen, just hydrogen, press enter and focused on closed. Yeah. So you can select some of those topics you consider relevant for you from cluster 5. Okay, you can select one by one. You can go to the next page to keep on selecting. You can select all of them if you need it and remove any of the topics you consider, no? And relevant. And then this is the key, you do merge. And you will be offered two kind of data. On the one hand, all the projects, in this case 47 projects that have been previously funded by topics from cluster 5 related to hydrogen. So explore of them. For which purpose? Imagine you are participating in a project and you need to do a networking activity, and you look for other projects from cluster 5 related to the field hydrogen. So you have this list here that you can order by grant, by starting date, even you can filter by participants from specific countries and region. Okay, and tend to search for other projects funded by this cluster 5 with participants from Spain, for example, or France or whatever. Okay, so you can also filter and explore one by one the objectives of the project would have been funded. You can follow the link and analyze, even they have generated some results. You can explore them. Imagine you are preparing a proposal for cluster 5 and related to hydrogen. Explore previous results. The same, you explore other patents and papers and so on. Just explore what had been generated in the landscape of the European Commission. Okay, so this is a really interesting source of information. What else? Remember, we merged close topics from cluster 5, okay, related to hydrogen. You are also offered all the participants in those projects previously funded. So imagine you need to look for coordinators, potential coordinators. Okay, download the Excel. Yeah, and let's wait a few seconds to charge the data. Here we have it. Right? So it's not here we have. So we can filter by coordinators, for example. Okay, that's with two coordinators, no? That with experience in more than one project coordinated. So we have sort list. It is not a list of 100, 500. It's just a list of those specific entities we must contact with. Yeah, for example, or okay, I don't have experience in this topic. Let's see if there are on other, no? For example, from France. Let's see if there are other organizations like me with experience in these topics. Yeah. So filter by your country. Even you can filter by your, for example, public entity. Yeah. By your profile if you need it. I mean, the data are always the same. Finding opportunities, organizations, projects, and project results. And depending on the question you need to answer. Depending on that, make the correct filters, apply the correct filters to obtain the list you need to work with. Short list, okay? So it really saves time. This is just about exploiting the finding opportunity section, okay? What if you need to look for partners directly? Let's follow the link here, innovators. Okay, if we follow the link, we are looking for organizations with experience in participating in projects related to clean hydrogen or green hydrogen. Okay, remember, if we apply quotes, the list reduce. Okay, because we are specifically looking for results containing these terms together. Anyway, again, what are you looking for? Are you looking for partners from specific regions, for example, Denmark, Finland? No? because you need to build a prototype, a pilot in those specific regions. And you need public entities, for example, with experience with interest, no, in green hydrogen located in those specific regions. Okay, just apply those filters. So we can we have only 5 innovators fulfilling those conditions. Yeah, let's widen in the results. Okay, just for seeing what can the platform offer us. You can also use this section, imagine, to do competitive analysis. Okay, what no, what imagine I need to analyze in which position my organization is located, no, in relation to green hydrogen and clean hydrogen in Europe. Okay, so remove all the filters, do the search order, for example, by grant receipt or by projects, number of projects, and look for yourself in the position. Okay, you could even filter by, for example, a private company or whatever, or imagine you are a research center, filter by research center, yeah, and remove all the filters, and you can analyze your positioning in the list and at European level, or if you filter by country. Okay, you can analyze again your positioning in competition with other private companies related to clean hydrogen and green hydrogen. Which is your position? Okay, even at regional level. Yeah, so you can use this section also for that purpose, to analyze your positioning or to look for potential competitors. Okay, what are the private companies, what are my competitors in Denmark or Finland or Spain or whatever in the field of green hydrogen? So the way of doing this search is always the same, okay, but you can answer a lot of questions. So anyway, if you follow the link from here, you will be offered what are the projects from VTT related to green hydrogen. Okay, this organization has experience of 14 projects out of almost 1,000 in relation to clean hydrogen and green hydrogen, and they have performed in the last few years. Okay, this is a recent research line in this organization. Okay, so you can analyze the level of specialization. 14 out of almost 1,000 when have been performed. Do they have experience in Horizon Europe? Not. They have been performed from um, 2017 to 2020 or in the last few years. So you can extract conclusions from this, just from this data. Also analyze, okay, in relation to clean hydrogen and green hydrogen, which are the keywords of the projects. This one here, okay. Even you can follow the link, analyze, analyze one by one all the projects related to green hydrogen. Yeah. If you want to go further, okay, okay, you can also download a report of PTT in relation to this topic, and you can follow the link and explore the page of the organization, not only those projects related to green hydrogen, but also all the projects of this research center. Yeah, this. So here to have almost the 1,000 projects of this organization. Yeah, you can follow the link, explore, and work with the list of all the projects and also with the organizations. Okay, the collaborators of the organization, with which collaborators they usually work with. Okay, you can follow the link and filter, okay, which other public entities or private companies from Spain they usually collaborate with. Analyze the list. Maybe the neighbors who are collaborating with them. No? You can extract this kind of information. Okay. One thing I want to show you is that you can Okay, download also from here a report. Let's wait a few seconds. This while it's charging, it's downloading the file. I'll tell you that it offers you kind of KPIs relevant for this organization. For example, how many projects active per year, how many funding per month per year, in which programs they are participating in. Okay. Okay. These KPIs I was mentioning you. Even an analysis of the main collaborators of this organization, for example, which are the top 5 collaborators of which kind. No? They usually collaborate with private and SMEs, and where are they located, most of them. Yeah, and a list of those 50 most recent projects of the organization and the most relevant collaborators of this organization. Okay, just a quick report to download and share. Of course, from here you can look for the specific organization. For example, Airbus, imagine, okay? You can look for them. If you need to get aggregated data, you can select all the Airbuses. Sorry, you can select all of them and do merge and get aggregated data if you need it, for example. And for example, this is very interesting functionality, especially for agencies, public entities, governments, etc. Why? Because you can look for the address. Yeah, you type the country. It's necessary to filter by Denmark because the platform is looking for this word in the fields of the name, sort time, address, etc. So filter again, and you have all the ecosystem of innovators in Denmark. Okay, make your own search with your country. You can even filter by region until up to 3 levels. Sorry. And okay, let's see which are the SMEs from Denmark participating in Horizon Europe. Yeah, filter by Horizon Europe. You can do this kind of analysis. Yeah, you get exact traceability of all the organizations getting funding from the European Commission in a specific country. You can order by grant received, by projects, etc. Filter by, okay, even by date. Okay, and compare, for example, periods. How many SMEs have participated in Horizon Europe in Denmark in the last year comparison with the previous period, for example. So this is very powerful, this platform in that sense. Okay, we are running out of time, but let me share with you this two other sections. For example, let's look for green hydrogen with codes, for example, and look for projects. Okay. Okay, what are the trends in green hydrogen in the last year in relation to green hydrogen? Okay, ordered by grant, for example, and put at the top those projects that are more intensive in terms of funding. So you have 34 projects, okay? And again, you could make use of the filters by country, by program. Okay, let's focus on Horizon, for example. And you have done these 20 projects active in the last year in relation to green hydrogen, analyze trends, what have been covered, and the main keywords of the project. Even I have selected the last year projects. It's quite difficult that they have generated or they have already generated some results, but if they had done it, okay, you could find it here. Okay, so do also state of the art by using this section here. And very similar, the public results. Okay, so from here you can find it for specific results focused on green hydrogen. Okay, follow the link to explore the description. And if you want to know more, follow this link here on the left. Okay, and you will be redirected directly to Cordis to explore in depth the full result. Okay, just online or download PDF, etc. But it's a very quick way to look for those specific results related to a specific field. Okay, and this is really interesting in this platform. Okay, we are running out of time. Just two more tips for you. I don't want you to miss them. The alerts, yeah, you once no you get used to the platform, it's very agile and it's very easy to find it what you need, but sometimes we don't have even time. So you can create alerts, type the field, press enter, select for example for funding opportunities. Okay, Kaila, alert me about new funding opportunities related to green hydrogen, and alert me by email once a month, for example. Save alert, and you will be receiving emails with news related to new funding opportunities in terms of green hydrogen. So this is quite useful. And the last two tips. So the last tip, for example, it's this calls calendar section. Imagine you are in transfer office from a university that you need to have all the opportunities open at any moment. Okay, you have here the full calendar. This is useful. Okay, I have three screens here. Okay, here we have it. Okay, the full calendar with all the opportunities open and forthcoming, classified by program. Okay, so you can have a look at all the opportunities, and even this is really interesting. For example, for SMEs, that you have here all the cascade funding opportunities. Okay, so remember you have the full calendar here. And okay, we have run out of time. Please remember that you can follow the link I left you in the chat to get a full month. I know 30 minutes are not enough to to learn to use the platform properly. My intention was just for you to know, to get an idea about all the possibilities that the platform can provide you in terms of innovation in Europe related to green hydrogen. If you have any doubts, questions, please, you can contact me through the web here, help, okay? You can use this form, the contact form, the support form, okay? We will be very happy to assist you with your doubts, questions. Even if you need another demo, please contact me through the web, and we'll be happy to talk to you. Thank you again, and bye bye.